Hello and welcome to Friends Black Metal Time here with Rauta. If we forget this stupid name, Blurr Thrower, as is opposed to with the English ball thrower, we can say that this one is a pretty nice release. First in line, this is a relatively new French band here. What we have, it's actually a two-song mini CD called Les Avatars de Vide. No idea how that is pronounced, but just forgive me being a simple Finnish guy. Now, this could be both ways a full-length album or mini CD because their music is more than 35 minutes. Two tracks, but obviously very lengthy one. Nice looking digipack, which is always the case with Ladlow being their label with this release. But what is this music all about in the first place? Well, it's black metal, but not very typical for a French black metal band. Blurr Thrower is basically creating a French version of what's usually called Cascadian black metal from the United States, or so many times green metal. That is those kind of a nature-oriented black metal bands creating way too lengthy lo-fi black metal-ish releases with their, nature topics and whatnot. Think of Wolves in the Throne Room and so many other bands that have come afterwards. That is not your typical Nordic black metal, be it about lyrics or music-wise, very different breed. Now, Blurr Thrower is, in fact, quite an interesting case when it comes to this because they are bringing the occult back to this kind of music. So while they are taking the music from this kind of so-called green metal scene, the idea behind the band is not about those Cascadian mountains and forests and whatnot, or taking the step away from the satanic ideologies and whatnot, which is then again what was happening with the green metal bands. Now, that's about the background here, or what was an impression of having about in promo sheets and whatnot. Musically, this is in fact very much of those Cascadian black metal types. Very lengthy tracks, as you can already figure out. It's like 18 minutes and whatever. And musically, it's one of those releases that have, lots of layers going on. The music is morphing all the time. It's not so much, riff-oriented, rock-based black metal. So forget about first or second wave of black metal. This is very much more like getting into the atmosphere, kind of like sucked in with those weeping, delayed guitars and lo-fi sound, and a kind of a distant, on the background type of screamy vocals, which you just sometimes forget even to be there. Now, I know that this is not everybody's cup of tea, and sometimes even not mine, but Blurr Thrower is kind of better than most of these so-called Cascadian black metal bands. It's not so much that they have better riffs or such, and it's not so much about this theme, occult nature. To be honest, I don't give that much about that. But it's just the way these guys managed to put this album together. Now, I wouldn't mind if the tracks were a little bit shorter, or if there were more tracks and they would kind of like make more sense in that rock-based tradition. But this works pretty damn well as it is, and it's actually quite a good album. So definitely forget your prejudice and give this one a chance if you can just take these lengthy kind of atmospheric black metal tracks in the first place. If, however, all you want from black metal is venom, battery, and simple stuff like that, this is not probably your cup of tea. So with this information, go check out the sample as usual and make up your own mind. Looking forward to hear from you. What do you think about this? But in my books, Blurr Thrower, nice album, and looking forward to hear this band a little bit more in the future. Until that, stay brutal.